We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This is Saquon Barkley, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd and 2, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. After the penalty, it's Elliott. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 48 yards.
And the Giants first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
James Bradbury there to make the tackle. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man layup. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Check. Block 54. Block 54. So don't say me. Go to 54. Go to 54. Why? 36. Hatch it.
Here's Elliott. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
First down, New York.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
The ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback. But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kadarrell Hodge, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability.
It is good.
And his kick is right through.
Cowboys 14, Giants nothing. Greg Zuerlein.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
On the coverage.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 55 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Down right around the 25. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 39-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brought down by Blake.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. This is Elliott. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. From just shy of midfield, Prescott, and the giant rush gets home as down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
They'll run with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Prescott's pass.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And who's got it? The Giants!
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Finds his tight end, Ingram. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will make it into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They go to Elliott again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
39-yard line.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. He's got it. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Elliott. And some room to work. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big run that time by Elliott. 46 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 21. Giants.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go to Barkley again. It's a 6-yard run, leaves them with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Deuce.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Chris Jones.
Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
1st and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
Second and 6.
Check, check. 154, 154.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.